Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan, and today I figured I would do a video that I did a couple times throughout the seasons, but it's going to be makeup that is perfect for the fall time. So I'm going to start off with eyeshadow palettes. The first one I'd like to talk about is the Wild Child by ColourPop. It looks like this, and I think that this is the perfect fall palette, which I'm sure you could literally look at it and know why. But it's just those rich browns. They're just really nice and warm toned, and it's just perfect for fall, especially that shade and that shade there. Even like, look at that, my nail matches that shade kind of in the middle. But yeah, you can make a really nice smoky eye with this, and I think it would be absolutely beautiful for the fall. The next palette is by ABH, which we do have a few of those in here, just a fair warning. But this is going to be the Jackie Aina palette. Now, this palette is perfect for the fall because of the saturation of all the shades, and not to mention this corner here does have those same sort of tones of the warm browns, as well as this shade here has like a duochrome, like greenish brownish shift, so that is really beautiful. Not to mention you can get a really good looks with these bronzy shades over here and that deep red and purples in general. I don't really see them too much as a fall color, but I know just the richness of the color can be good for fall. Another ABH palette that I'm sure everyone mentions in these kind of videos is the Subculture palette. It's a few years old at this point. I mean, it looks like this. And this is literally like the first grungy color story I feel like that was created, like mainstream wise. I love this palette. You can see a few of the shades have dips in them as well. I don't think I need to reiterate the saturation of colors as well as the crunchiness, just as really screams fall to me, especially that bronze shade there. I don't know, I feel like you can make a combination of any of these colors and it would be a great fall look. The last ABH palette that I have in the lineup is actually a new one. This is the Nouveau, I think is how you say it, by ABH. It looks like this, and I honestly think that it might be good for spring as well because of that lilac, but some of these darker tones that get closer, like this shade here that has kind of the same sort of flex as like the Jackie Aina palette. It's got the duochrome. This one has like a sparkle in it that's like beautiful. Again, matches my nail right there. Like, what the heck? The deep, I don't think I've used this one as much, but the deepness of that one, and then like this shade here, the bronziness, the khaki green. I just feel like this palette is really easy to make fall looks with as well, and I am looking forward to seeing how it transitions to the springtime. I feel like this one's very in your face fall, like it kind of doesn't let you not let it think it's fall, but it's fine. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I think they've came out with like 3 different versions at this point. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. I liked this one. So this is it, and you can see it does have the fall tones as well as if you wanted to do more of a cool tone look. This is why I picked this palette in particular, because it has these nice little purples at the bottom. Yeah, I really like this shade here, the Pukey one, and then just in general the whole top. This is something I'd want to use at like Thanksgiving time, I think. And then the last palette that I pulled out to talk about today is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, which looks like this. And this, obviously, I don't feel like I need to explain this one either. This has the warm tone bronzes that we all use at fall time. So I think this is also a good one for fall. The shades that are calling to me right now is literally this one right here. I think that's beautiful. And just in general, this is a good palette for fall if you're trying to get those warm tones. I have one highlighter to talk about. It's from Ofra. This is the shade Blissful. Now, this looks like it would be too deep for my skin tone, and honestly, it kind of is, but I tend to not really care. I just kind of blend them into my blush or whatever I'm wearing and like own it, like I don't care. Like the one I'm wearing today is like pure gold, and you can definitely see it, but I just don't really care. So do with that what you will, but this is Blissful, and I just feel like it has a nice like neutral bronze almost. Like it's not too warm toned, but it's good enough. You can see me in there. Wow, that's weird, but yeah, it's just the perfect bronze. I have a few blushes to mention as well. This one is the NYX Professional Sweet Cheeks. This is in the shade Almost Famous. I'm sure it's obvious, but I picked this because it's an orange, but it's like a cream, like liquid formula. What do they call it? Soft chic tint blush mousse. So it's kind of, that's the best way to describe it, honestly. It's a mousse texture. It's on like this doe foot. I wonder if this would work as lipstick too. I wonder if that's like allowed. Like, will I get sick? I don't know. But yeah, this is one that's pretty good. It's a little bit more bold if you're not careful, but this is a good one for fall, especially at like Halloween time. It matches my hair, so perfect. Another one that is pretty bold is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics blush. This is in Twin Flame is the shade. And this is a powder blush, but this is like a dark burnt orange. And again, this is one of those things that like, this might be a little bit risky for me since I'm pretty pale, but this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So it's doable. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta go all out, and with fall and everything, this is probably the time to go all out. So I have this. And if you're looking for an orange blush that's not as, you know, in your face, this is the JCat Beauty Love Struck blush. This is in the shade Pumpkin. This is like my favorite blush ever. You can kind of see like the ring of the pan behind it. I love this in spring just because it's pretty peachy, but if you pack it on, you can kind of make this more like orange for fall as well. But just because of the shade of it is not as deep, obviously, as this one, I feel like this one's a lot easier for people that have fair skin that want to be a little bit more like on the safe side about it. So I don't know if they sell this as much though. Like sometimes they take it on and off of Ulta, but this is only a couple of bucks actually. And they have different shades too. This is just my favorite one. This is a blush that, again, I feel like you kind of have to be a little bit more experimental with your makeup. But this is the Give Me Glow blush in Hey Honey. And it's this like mustardy yellow sort of shade. So I feel like this is absolutely perfect for fall because, I mean, I guess you can wear whatever you want, especially if you're gonna be experimenting with this kind of blush. But like, when is a good time to wear a mustard blush? I feel like the best time is in fall. So here you go. And I've worn this a few times and I don't know, it's just kind of cool looking. Like, I don't explain it. Maybe nobody else thinks that it's cool, but I think it's cool. So yeah. Next we have, I think this is the Blush Mellow. This is also by JCat Beauty and it's in the shade Thank You Very Much. This is more of like a moussey, like cream blush sort of, but it's like a deep like burgundy shade sort of. So again, it's one of those that I probably shouldn't be wearing, but I do anyway. And I feel like it does kind of have like a deep like berry toned look on your face. So that is pretty cool. And lastly, we have the NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush. This is in Red Riot. This is a powder blush. And I feel like it's almost, if I can open it. There we go. Looks like that. This is almost the same shade as the Blush Mellow. Let me open it to compare. Okay, this one's definitely more deeper and more berry toned. So honestly, I do reach for this one more than I reach for this one. But I just really love it, and I feel like this would also be a good transition into like winter time, like with a dark red lip. I feel like that would look really pretty. So I definitely need to try that. I also feel like this one can be much more pigmented on my face because it's a powder, and like this one's a mousse sort of thing almost. So this doesn't pick up as much on a brush that this one does. So this one I do have to be a little bit light-handed with because it could go out of hand and I might look like I have a bruise. And last but not least, we have some lip products. So I have this NYX, this is Milky Gloss in the shade Milk the Cocoa. So it's like this dark brown lip gloss, which perfect for fall. Then I have this is like a, I don't even know, like lipstick, but it's glossy. This is my Lime Crime is Lip Blaze in the shade Herb. This is what I was wearing today. I think it's kind of rubbed off, but I'll put some more on. It's like a nice like warm toned sort of brown. I'm learning how to put lipstick on with this piercing, so don't mind me. But yeah, it's just that, and I feel like it looks pretty good for fall as well. Although I think this is like marijuana or CBC or whatever infused. I don't remember, but I think it is, unless I'm just getting that from the name. I don't know. And this is kind of all the same, but I bought these specifically for fall, so I kind of wanted to talk about them. This is the NYX Lingerie XXL lipsticks. I don't like the original lingerie, I just want to say that, but it's these. And I have 3 shades. I have this shade that is Getting Caliente. So it's this bright orange, and I wore this a couple times. It kind of looks just like that blush, but it kind of matches my hair as well when it was more vibrant, so I was wearing that a lot. I don't know if I've worn this one yet, but this one's in this shade Deep Mesh, and this is like a berry brown sort of situation, like oxblood. So I think I need to pull this out. This one might actually be good for, as I said, like with that blush, like. And then I also have this just black one called Naughty Noir. I don't really need to get this out, I guess, but I'll get that one. Yeah, I just feel like those are all good for fall, like, because the colors and then like Halloween and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so those are all of the products that I think would be perfect for fall. Let me know down below if there's any other sort of like colors that you guys go for during the fall. Like, as I mentioned, I know a lot of people associate like purples with the fall, but I don't really that much. So is there any other colors that you think would work? And yeah, I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!